Dude, I've got some calls from the Discord.
What do you mean by that?
I got some calls.
Calls from the Discord.
So, this person asks, is there an album that you decided to listen to based solely off the album art? I snuck into my brother's room when I saw Green Day's Dookie album. I knew I had to know what was on that disc.
Dude, that's such a great question. That's such a great question. I think, let me look it up to make sure it's the right one, but I want to say Tame Impala was the last one I did. Tame Impala albums, Currents, because I was going to the record store a lot in a certain specific period of time, either when that came out or was reissued or whatever. I just remember seeing it all over the place. It's a really beautiful album cover. And I remember thinking, what the F? And then I went home and I listened to it.
And?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had that.
Ever? Looking through records?
No. I mean...
It used to be a really cool experience to go to a record store and just look through and just buy something very cheap just based on the album art.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a very long time, mainly because I don't want to cause clutter in your house. But it is fun.
Yeah.
And there's always a bin of like $1-2 records.
Yeah.
Either at a tag sale or at the back of a record store or whatever.
Yeah.
If you know you like jazz, just go to the jazz section and get like a $2 jazz record based on the cover.
Yeah. I mean, I can appreciate album art, but I don't know that I've ever picked up an album based solely on that without knowing what it was.
Has there been an album with art on it that has made you curious about the album more than others?
Sure.
Tragic Kingdom? Bush? What is a 16 Stone?
I can't remember,
Dude, I used to draw album art as a kid.
Do
I
you
remember
still have
drawing
that?
the Bush. I wouldn't doubt that it's somewhere at my parents' house. Drawings of Bush albums.
That's pretty good.
What a that guy I was.
Yeah.
Whatever guy that is, I was that guy.
Yeah.
That was a great question. I wish that I can give you a better answer to that.
Found out today that I'm most likely getting laid off. Should I or should I not forego the job search and sell feet pics instead? Sell them feet pics, girl.
Dude, while your feet are young and pretty, so interesting the way the world works, huh?
Yeah.
That you know that if you're lucky enough to have feet or even a foot, you're never really, if you have the internet and a foot, you're never really out of work, are you?
No.
That's
No.
kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that welfare? Is OnlyFans a form of welfare?
Maybe.
If you still have an internet
Yeah.
and a phone and a camera, you can have an easier transition in between jobs depending on your outlook on life.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. In all honesty, dude, if I had, and I'm going to speak softly here because you really got to choose your words in these trying times in a situation like this. But if I was a lady with big, fat, milky honkers, heavy ones, I'd have nice things. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
I'd have an OnlyFans, and I'd have nice stuff. I'd be like, I want that. I want a new Ford Bronco. How do I go about getting that? And then I would get that.
I mean, I'm sure they have an OnlyFans, for men.
Big, fat, musty honkers. Top man. /guy.
Man Milkies.
Man Milkies.